Imagine your body suddenly replaced by another. You're sent back in time with one mission: save lives. This isn't just a story, it's a race against time. Our film today is packed with mystery, tension, and shocking twists. Stay till the end, because what happens next will change everything.
This is Mind Unfolded, until the next fracture in reality.
Our film opens with Captain Colter Stevens, a former US Army pilot in Afghanistan, suddenly finding himself on a train. A girl calls out to him, "Sean!" as if she's known him forever, but he's confused because he doesn't recognize her at all. Moments later, a woman spills coffee on his shoes, but he barely reacts. Something feels off. He notices a man running, returning a lost wallet. Everything seems normal, yet nothing makes sense. He asks where the train is going. "Chicago," the man replies. He returns to his seat, uneasy, confused. Why is he here? How did he get back from Afghanistan? He rushes to the restroom, looks into the mirror, and freezes. That's not his face. He's become someone else. He checks the wallet, and the shock gets worse. It belongs to another man, Shaw Venters, a school teacher. Before he can process anything, the girl approaches him again, concerned, watching him closely. He looks at her and says, "I'm not Sean. I'm not who you think I am." And then everything goes silent. Boom! The train explodes. But that's not the end. Colter wakes up, gasping for air. Not on the train, but inside a strange capsule. Screens flicker around him. A woman appears on the monitor. Her name is Captain Colleen Goodwin. She tells him something unbelievable. He's part of a secret mission, a program called Source Code. He wasn't sent back in time. He's reliving the last 8 minutes of another man's life. His mission: find the bomber before another, bigger attack happens in Chicago. Suddenly, he's sent back again. The train, the same people, the same 8 minutes. This time, he starts investigating, watching every detail, every movement. But time runs out. Boom! Again. He wakes up in the capsule, confused, frustrated, desperate. Each time, he goes back. Each time, he tries something new. He searches bags, questions passengers, runs through the train, again and again and again, and slowly. A bond begins to form between him and the girl, Christina. She trusts him, even when nothing makes sense. Finally, he finds a clue. A suspicious man, nervous, quiet, hiding something. He follows him, pushes further, risks everything. And then he discovers the truth. The bomber is Derek Frost. But the mission isn't over. He starts talking to him, trying to get closer, but the bomber gets angry and stands up. Our hero fights him fiercely, trying to grab his bag to stop the bomb. Christina sees them and runs towards them, but our hero discovers the train has exploded. He goes back to Derek and hits him again, but Derek pushes him, causing our hero to fall onto the train tracks. The train is coming, and then there is silence. He returns to the capsule, but this time he feels cold. Suspicious things happen. Things get complicated. They lose contact with him. He removes his harness and tries to get out of the capsule, but he can't. On the other end, they try to re-establish contact, but to no avail. The hero arrives with a bag of tools and tries to repair the capsule. He succeeds, the signal is restored, and he speaks with his superior officer. He explains what's happening and that he must stop the bomb that's about to explode in the middle of Chicago. They give him a plan to stop the bomb. Then he returns to the mission. Now he knows what's happening. He's ahead of events. Christina is surprised by his strange behavior. He gets up quickly to carry out the mission. He heads to where he was told. He takes a metal bar to open the door. He succeeds in opening it. He enters the room. But a security guard surprises him from behind. Our hero draws his gun, but another security guard arrives. He stuns him. He falls to the ground. Then he wakes up to find himself handcuffed. Christina asks him what happened. He tries to tell her the truth, but she doesn't understand. Suddenly, the train explodes. The hero returns to the capsule. He fails to stop the bomb. Our hero asks the commander if his performance was better than before. She tells him he must hurry and complete the mission. While they are talking, he notices a military insignia on her uniform. He asks her why she doesn't go with him on the mission, but she tells him she can't. She tells him he must find the person who planted the bomb and search the bags for clues to identify the bomber. She encourages him and boosts his morale. Then she sends him back to the train. He tries to draw the military insignia he saw on the commander's uniform. Christina sees him and rushes over. Curiously, she asks him what's in his hand. He answers. Then she asks if he's in the army. He lies. He asks her to look up the name Captain Colter Stevens on his phone, which is his real name. He suspects someone and goes to them. He takes their bag and searches it frantically, but finds nothing. He goes up to another woman and borrows her phone to call the military base where he was stationed. Suddenly, Christina appears with the shocking news. She tells him he's been dead for 2 months. He's stunned. He returns to the capsule and asks the commander if he's really dead. After a pause, she replies that he is dead and that only a small part of his brain is still functioning. He's shocked. The commander intervenes, telling him he must complete his assigned task, that it's more honorable than surrendering to death. Many soldiers prefer to remain in the capsule to complete their missions in service to their country rather than surrender to death. He returns to his mission inside the capsule to discover the identity of the bomber. This time he succeeds in opening the door. He goes straight to the bomb and manages to take the phone connected to it. He tries to call the last number to find out who the bomber is. He recognizes him and orders him not to move. But he realizes he's missed his target. He sees a person outside the train through the window and thinks it's the bomber. He follows him out of the train and then gets back on, but he discovers the person has gotten off. He tries to stop the train, but can't. He jumps off to follow the suspect. Christina sees him and orders the train to stop. Our hero grabs his gun and goes to him. He confronts him and orders him to raise his hands and open the car door. He sees a strange box and orders him to open it. That's when he discovers a strange bomb. Suddenly, Christina calls out to him. The criminal seizes the opportunity and kicks him out of the car. He attacks Christina with his gun. She falls to the ground and he thinks she's dead. Then he takes the hero's wallet and reads his information. The protagonist asks him why he blew up the train. He replies that the world has become hell. Then he gets into his car and drives away. The protagonist tries to talk to his girlfriend, but she doesn't answer. Suddenly, he hears a deafening explosion. He turns around and sees that it's the train. Then he goes back into the capsule. The commander checks on him. He then tells them the bomber's identity, name, and the license plate number of the car he was in. The commander searches for him in the database. He then informs them that there is another radioactive bomb on the bomber's bus. The commander thanks him for his work. Our hero then asks him to return to complete his mission and rescue the passengers. Afterward, the bomber's car appears driving down the street. The rapid response team intercepts it. The commander appears talking on the phone with his superior, informing him that the source code program has been successful and that they now have a weapon to fight terrorism. Our hero then appears speaking with the commander. She congratulates him on his success. She tells him that the source code program is designed to improve the future, not to change the past. Our hero then makes one last request of her before he dies. He asks her to send him back to rescue his girlfriend because he knows she didn't die in the train explosion. The captain agrees. She tells him he has only 7 minutes before she disconnects the source code. She bids him farewell. Then send him back to the train. Christina is on the train. He promises her a cup of coffee on the holiday. Then he gets up and heads towards the bomb. He disconnects the phone from her. Then he leaves the restroom. The scene cuts to the commander talking to another officer. He congratulates him on the success of the source code project in saving millions of lives. Suddenly, the captain enters, saddened by what she overheard. The commander orders her to erase the computer's memory. This goes against his promise to our hero. The captain is shocked again, but she can't disobey orders. The scene returns to the train. Our hero is seen grabbing the detonator before he gets off. He points a gun at him and ties his hands. He takes something from his pocket, then he leaves. The scene returns to the captain. She is hesitant to obey the commander's orders. Suddenly, our hero sends her a message. He calls his father, the hero's friend who died in Afghanistan, to hear his father's voice. The captain opens the source code. The hero is there, wired up. But the commander knows the captain hasn't erased the source code. He calls in a military unit. Our hero returns to Christina and talks to some of the men sitting next to him. Then he gets up and challenges one of them to a bet to make everyone on the train laugh. The man tries to make everyone laugh. Meanwhile, on the other side, the commander tries to open the door to access the source code. He tries to convince the captain to open the door. The countdown ends, as if time has stopped. The commander succeeds in opening the door and accessing the source code. But what happens next? The explosion doesn't happen. The hero and Christina are seen going for a walk. Suddenly, a message arrives on the captain's phone from the hero. He tells her he's ready for any mission in the coming days. He tells her that she and the commander have succeeded in creating another world thanks to the source code. He lives in it and is ready to save the world. And that's where our story ends. Support us with a like and subscribe to stay updated.